right, well, we're back for lesson plan 2. We've got some more really intriguing information about baseball and playing for the NCAA that I hope interests you. So we're going to read through that, and we're going to talk a little bit more about finding the main idea, finding supporting details, and then making a summary of all of these things that we're reading. So let's review what a main idea is from our first lesson yesterday. A main idea is the most important point of a text. Good readers determine the main idea by looking for details in the text. Is there another way to say that you can think of?
Buzzwords.
Oh, I like that.
Buzzwords, okay. And the title also helps too.
The title helps.
There's like a title.
Yep, that's very important. The heading, the title, that's really useful in finding the main idea.
Yes.
It usually tells you what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So today we're going to look for, I like your word, buzzwords, supporting details. So the things that are supporting the main idea, that are helping you get to that point. You want to read this for me out loud?
These details describe or explain the main idea of the text. These details are important to the text and support the main idea.
That's right. So my little picture here, the main idea is like the tabletop. And the supporting details are like the legs of the table. They're what's holding it up. In terms of baseball, it's like the pitcher, you are like the main idea, let's be honest. Yeah. You're out there making the game happen, and everyone else is supporting you, right?
Yeah.
They're on the bases, they're running, they're hitting, they're all supporting.
They're in the field, backing me up.
That's right, yeah. So these supporting details that we're talking about are supporting the main idea, and everything's going back to that. All right, so we're going to practice a few more passages just like we did yesterday.
Okay.
This first one is about what?
Find baseball scholarships.
Right. So I'm going to read this one out loud, and I'm going to show you what I do to find the supporting details within a passage.
Okay. The supporting details be like the top or the bottom, mainly, what would you say? Or
of the table?
Yes.
They're the bottom of the table. They're what's supporting the main idea. Okay. So they're going to be the examples, the numbers, the facts within the passage, and they support that main idea. Good question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. According to Forbes magazine, college is one of the top 5 expenses that can consume half of a family's lifetime earnings. Whoa. Finding ways to help ease that financial burden is a top priority for families looking to stretch their college dollars. Full ride baseball scholarships are rare. Baseball scholarships themselves are limited and vary depending on division level. For example, for a 30-player or more roster, Division I baseball programs have only 11.7 scholarships to award. Division II programs have only 9. Division III schools do not offer any kind of athletic scholarship, but merit financial aid is often offered. In this section, we'll cover baseball scholarship opportunities and the most successful strategies for landing the best and most realistic offers.
Okay.
Lots of information.
Yes.
Good stuff, probably useful to you.
Yes.
So let's talk about the main idea first. That's what we went over yesterday.
Yeah.
The main idea is to what?
Find a baseball scholarship.
That's right, scholarships, baseball scholarships. We know that because
it's in the heading, and that's what we're trying to find.
Yeah, it's in the heading. We know it's
and they've been talking about it the whole time.
Yeah, they talk about it throughout the whole paragraph. So I have this little graphic organizer. We see our table just like we do on this little poster. We've got our table top with the main idea labeled. And then we've got 4 legs of our tables and matching squares that are going to go with those where our supporting details will go. So write our main idea here. That's going to be
scholarship.
Baseball scholarships. Perfect. And then what would you say within this paragraph would be a supporting detail? Would you think finding a way to ease financial burden is a top priority?
Yes. And I would say, let's see, scholarships. Depending how good you are, you would, if you're like the best, you need to go for the D1 because they have more to give.
Okay, I like that. So D1 baseball programs have 11.7 scholarships, so they have more to award.
Yes.
So that would be a good one. You can write that in one of your supporting details. I think another good supporting detail is
finding
right here.
ways to ease financial burden. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you
it's what?
top priority.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to go as a walk-on to Division I, you have to pay a lot, but then you can get like a full ride to a Division II school.
Okay, so that's a supporting detail. It talks about baseball scholarships, which is the main idea. Perfect. Good. Okay, so we found 2 supporting details in that first paragraph. I want us to do the second paragraph together again, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to try one by yourself on this third page.
Okay.
So we're going to work on the same page for this one.
Okay.
Would you prefer I'll read it out loud again?
Yes.
Okay. This is text 2.2. What do you need to do to get recruited by college baseball coaches? According to a 2018 NCSA survey, college baseball coaches primarily begin evaluating recruits in their sophomore and junior years of high school. Good to know. Tournaments, showcases, and camps are the major sources of recruits, but student-based athletes cannot count on a college coach finding them. They must be proactive in communicating with coaches and diligent in following up. Otherwise, chances are they will not be on a coach's radar when it comes to identifying recruits to evaluate. How does a student athlete go about identifying schools they would consider attending? What information should be included in a subject line to get coaches to open an introductory email? How long should skills videos be? What is the best type of event for student athletes to showcase their skills in front of coaches they want to impress? From the first family discussions about playing baseball in college to National Signing Day, there are specific milestones and benchmarks to reach during the recruiting process. This baseball-specific information along our college recruiting guide is a winning combination to give you the best chance to achieve your college roster goal. It's a lot of information.
Yes.
But it can all come back to one main idea. Recruiting.
Yes.
Okay, and how do you know that?
Talking about it again in the title, scholarship too. I would say scholarships. Recruiting. How to get recruited.
So we see that word a lot. That's what you were pointing to, the word recruits repeated. I agree with that. Where is it also?
In the title.
In the title. So we know that we can always look at the title to find a main idea.
Yes.
And then we know that that is the main idea because it's repeated throughout the whole paragraph. So you can go ahead and write that in your main idea blank.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then in your 2 remaining supporting details, let's find 2 details in these paragraphs that would support this main idea of being recruited.
Okay. Communication.
Okay.
Big
You
one.
must be proactive in communicating with coaches. I agree.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to say
Looking for another supporting detail.
sophomore and junior year of high school. That's what I
Okay,
think
a timeline.
Yes.
So you would begin.
What you need: showcases, camps, major sources.
Okay, that's one too. I agree.
Showcases and camps. I think that's.
Okay,
the one.
perfect. So right, showcases and camps are the major sources of finding recruits.
I think that's the main.
That's a big point.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that something you're involved in right now?
I am.
Good. Okay, do you need a brain break or would you prefer to move on to the third paragraph?
Oh, we can go on the third paragraph.
Go on? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna let you do this one on your own.
Okay.
I'll give you a new graphic organizer so You can see it yourself. I'm going to let you read that
Okay.
to yourself unless you prefer I read it out loud.
Okay.
Would you prefer I read it out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can fill out your graphic organizer on your own.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, text 2.3. Create your skills video. This section focuses on one of the essential tools recruits must use to market themselves and heighten their exposure with college coaches. Coaches cannot be everywhere to scout recruits, and effective skills videos serves as that all-important first look. Baseball coaches are more focused on players' skills than they are on game footage. What should be included in the video and what should not be included? Get filming tips for each position for a baseball recruiting skills video that will make a first impression count. But once athletes have created their video, what's next? How do they get in the coach's view? What should they post it to? What is the most effective strategy to get in front of the coach?
Okay. I said
I'm gonna let you do that one on your own, and then we'll go through it.
Yeah, finished.
Okay. All right, let's look at it. So what did you say your main idea is?
The whole main idea is skills, but this one, no, the whole main idea is recruiting, but I would say this one particularly is, skills, showing off your skills to the coaches.
How do you know that?
Because it's in the title right here, and skills. Should be one more. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
There's one. I see another one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I like how you mentioned that it's in the title.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we can always look to the title for a main idea, and then you went ahead and circled all the times that you saw skills in the paragraph, and so you know that that's a repeated idea, and that leads to a main idea. So very good.
Okay.
I agree with you. And then you wrote 2 supporting details. What did you write in the first blank?
So I would say showing. So when you video your skills, showing off your skills, like taking batting practice, hitting over the fence, showing it to the coach.
Mm-hmm.
They love that. And then the more skills you have on film, like you get you more exposure to coaches.
So videos serve as that all important first look.
If you can get your skills on video.
Agreed. Very good.
Yes.
And then what is your second supporting detail?
Let's see. The exposure it gives you.
Okay.
If you get more times of your skills, you can expose it to college coaches because they cannot be there at one time. So you can just put it on Twitter and they can see it.
Very good. So making videos heightens your exposure to college coaches. Very good. Will, I agree with you. Now, we haven't done this yet, but I want to see what you can do with just writing a one-sentence summary of what you read. You're welcome to reread the paragraph. Okay.
So I said coaches love to see skills all the time, and when a player has videos of their skills, coaches love to see it, so it gives them the exposure they need, more exposure to them.
Okay, great. That's in your own words.
Yes.
It's a complete sentence. It summarizes the text. I think that's wonderful. Very good. We're going to go into more details about that next time.
Okay.
But I think you did great. Overall, you got the main idea. You got 2 supporting details that I think are perfect. And you did a really good job writing a summary. We'll get into that a little bit more, but great job.
Okay.
Let's take a brain break and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Will.